My name is Charlotte Taylor. I'm an art director and interior designer. My work is inspired by real architecture, but completely digital. Some projects are purely conceptual, pushing it quite far for like a house on the moon. But then I also have this other side of my work that's going towards very tangible domestic architecture. For the Christie's project, I started with a series of mood boards, sort of researching, and then it was sort of an organic process of once I saw the lots and then selected my favourite ones out of them, then constructed the spaces sort of around the pieces. It's really built up step by step from sort of mood boards to hand drawings to raw 3D and then materials, lighting. I've always communicated through drawing and it's my thinking process. I've created 2 images that sort of live in this fictional domestic space. Both of them have a similar material palette, as if it could have been the same home, but they weren't too linked to each other. The dining room features one of the very large wooden tables. It's not super tidy, but it has a hint that guests have just left this dinner. A lot of my house projects start by imagining the sort of character who would live there, and then the details will sort of be constructed from that. Sometimes it will be a single piece of furniture that inspires me to create a room that will then evolve into an entire house. And to have objects with such history and detail was very new. The selection of pieces I chose, I wanted to pick some that sort of balance each other out, so some of them are more simple, like the silver bowl, and then some are far more ornate. I liked the wooden hall chairs, because it's very much in my material palette at home, and I find the little gold boxes very cute. The second image created is more a sort of entranceway library space, and that houses quite a lot of the sculptural pieces and a few of the silverware bowls. To see them sort of singled out in this more pure space, definitely, I mean, for me, it sees them in a different light. I would say light is potentially the most important part because it completely frames the space and changes the space. My father's actually a lighting designer, so it's a very sensitive thing that I always have in my mind. My sort of way into architecture is I have a very unconventional means because I sort of design space based on the perspective view rather than the plan itself, so I have a very different way of approaching architecture, and nothing is impossible for me because I don't have the sort of education of the constraints. The sort of form of play, like I used to love Lego and now this is my sort of grown-up Lego playing with 3D.